Mike Ecundeo and Tom Mears.
Take a look at those records. Both guys are undefeated. Someone's always got to go.
With the official introductions, here's Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the SSE Arena Wembley for tonight's historic number 200 for Bellator MMA. And we welcome those joining us worldwide on the Bellator MMA Global app as we get the action started here from London, England tonight with 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing the blue corner at 5'8", weighing in 145.5 pounds. His professional record undefeated, 6 victories, no defeats. He fights out of Milton Keynes, England, presenting Tom Mears. And across the cage, his adversary, fighting out of the red corner at 5'7", weighing in 145.5 pounds. As a professional, he too stands undefeated. He brings 5 victories, no defeats, fighting out of Brixton, England, presenting Mike Ecundeo Airlines. In charge of the action, your referee, Brian Miner.
We are set for action in the featherweight division. 3 5-minute rounds. Mike Ecundeo in the red gloves. Tom Mears in the blue gloves. And immediately Ecundeo taking the fight to Mears in the center of the cage, going for the clinch. And the underhooks by Mears as he navigates Ecundeo to the fence.
Ecundeo is a good wrestler. He wanted to get that clinch, but Mears did a really good job of turning him and getting his positions inside with those hands, and now he can do work.
Ecundeo coming off his first submission victory via rear naked choke in February. The 25-year-old Mears has been training in mixed martial arts since the age of 18. When he was younger, he talked about always wanting to go out and perform in front of a huge audience as the takedown is secured by Ecundeo, now fishing for perhaps a guillotine.
That is going to be tight right now, the way he has it. Mears just sitting there. You can see the squeeze, but Mears is calm in his reactions, and so it's telling you that he's got a little bit of breathing room in there. He's feeling comfortable, and you can see that Ecundeo is starting to let go of that pressure.
Talked about Mears wanting an opportunity on the big stage. It doesn't get any bigger than SSE Arena Wembley here in London, England, and the prelims of Bellator 200.
Nice hip movement by Mears, going into side control, starting to step over with that foot. Really good positional jiu-jitsu. There's that nice mount.
Right into the full mount on Ecundeo. But Ecundeo controlling Mears' posture. Mears representing Milton Keynes. Another fighter coming up on Bellator 200, Linton Vassell, will be facing Phil Davis. Davis, a former Bellator light heavyweight champion. Vassell has had 2 opportunities at the 205-pound title. But here with 2 minutes gone in the first round, Mears trying to take advantage of this full mount position.
And when we talk about getting out of this mount, we talk about actually bringing the fighter over your head into the side, not just to the side. And that fence is going to keep Ecundeo from being able to do that technique.
Ecundeo talked about Mears not being a pushover or warm-up fight, even stated that Mears is his biggest test to date. However, he thinks that Mears won't be the fight that puts him on the map, however. Well, Mears has put him on his back, and Mears looking to rough Ecundeo up as we have passed the midpoint of the opening round. One punch, Brad Pickett in the corner. Many MMA luminaries in attendance here tonight. A huge night for Bellator MMA as Mears looking to secure the rear naked choke as Ecundeo gives up his back.
And Mears does a great job of allowing the fighter to move underneath him and continuing to allow him to turn, to now he has the opportunity of sinking in a rear naked choke.
Mears looking to hand Ecundeo his first loss, has flattened him out, and now dropping those hammer fists from back mount as Econdeo now back on his back into full mount for Mearns. And how should Mearns exploit this dominant position, John?
Well, he is exploiting it. What you're seeing, the right thing done by both fighters. Econdeo did a great job in turning himself back towards facing Mearns, which is not easy to do when someone's punching you in the face.
Now ground and pound from Mount, and Econdeo again forced to momentarily give up his back. Econdeo in dire straits here in round one. But Tom Mearns seeking his 6th victory.
Econdeo's moved himself back into that good half guard position. This is the little steps it takes to get you back into this fight, and he's doing those right things.
6 weeks ago, Econdeo didn't know who his opponent was going to be. He is finding out quickly that he is in tough against Tom Mearns in the final minute of the opening round. A reversal by Econdeo.
He cannot pull himself back right there. There you go, going for the heel hook is a smart move because he can rotate it. He couldn't go straight back with that ankle lock. Still going for the heel hook.
Econdeo has one rear naked choke submission victory on his resume. As we near the final 30 seconds of the opening round, Econdeo trying to make hay with the judges here in the final seconds of the frame.
You can see Econdeo using that left leg and that knee to keep Mearns at length so he can try to get that heel hook, but he's not being able to rotate. He wants to rotate that heel towards his nose.
Final 10 seconds of a competitive opening round between Tom Mearns and Mike Econdeo, 2 British prospects in Bellator MMA.
Great movement here by Tom Mearns. You can see as he's flattening that, putting that pressure down, Econdeo tries to move. He moves himself right into the mount position, brings that leg over. This is great jiu-jitsu, great body positioning, and a way to wear your opponent out. Makes him turn underneath him, opens up with a hammer fist. Outstanding, smart fighting by Tom Mearns.
We are just getting started here at SSE Arena Wembley for Bellator 200. This is round 2 in the featherweight division, and immediately again Econdeo coming out, overhook on Mearns, delivering a couple of knees. Mearns peppering the body with some right hands and a knee of his own.
Good clinch work inside. Both guys going. Tried for the outside trip, didn't work, but got him to the fence, and this is the same position he was affected from before. It's a big overhook going for the Uchimata there. Mearns is using that overhook. Gets himself right back into a good position. Outstanding technique by both fighters.
Patricio Pitbull, the current featherweight champion in Bellator, will rematch Daniel Weichel later this year, John.
Cannot wait for that fight. Their first meeting was epic, with Weichel losing after winning the first round, almost putting Pitbull out.
And Econdeo maneuvers himself into top position, half butterfly guard. Oh, it's over! A stunning turn of events here in the second round.
He dislocated his arm when he was hitting the ground. He posted, and his arm dislocated at the elbow.
And kudos to the referee to immediately stop the fight, John.
Brian Miner, the referee, saw the dislocation. If we go back to it, you're going to see as he posts his arm hits the ground. The pressure of both of those bodies hitting the ground on that arm, that's what dislocated the elbow.
Mauricio Shogun Hua, similar injury against Mark Coleman.
Yep. Watch what happens here on the post.
Oh,
he posts, and you see that post, the arm just goes, the elbow dislocates. It doesn't pop right back in, and that's why we have the ending of the fight. Really,
ouch.
It's an unfortunate thing, but it happens.
Man, wow.
Now the crowd's finally seeing it. They were unsure. Watch the post of the arm. You post and you see it dislocate right there.
Do we have to keep seeing it?
This is something that happens in grappling, happens in wrestling competitions, happens in jiu-jitsu competitions. It's just part of fighting.
That's twice now you and I have seen a gruesome injury. Brian Gassaway, Jose Pele Landy Johns up in Canada with the leg.
That was an Anderson Silva moment.
And Mike Econdeo, what a sportsman. And Tom Mearns, is he in shock? Is the adrenaline flowing? Because he doesn't appear to be in much pain right now, John, and that can't be comfortable.
You know what? He is in pain. He feels it. He knows what happened. He feels, he feels almost like he cheated himself based on he was doing so well in the fight.
Let's go to Michael C. Williams to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, referee Brian Miner steps in, waves off the contest due to injury. Official time, 1 minute, 2 seconds into round number 2. The winner by TKO, Mike Ekundeyo Airlines.
Not the method that Mike Ekundeyo would have wanted to pick up his first victory in the Bellator MMA cage, but he improves to 6-0, and hopefully Tom Mearns